Good afternoon, teacher and students. My name is Paul Kritano Siro Rotanakun, and I am here to present you about the Center of Writing and Math, which is one of the Lehigh services. It is very useful if you know about it and you get to use it. So first, I would like to begin with the location. So it's here. It's in the Drow Hall, Drow 110 exactly. Drow Hall is the home of the English department. So I think most of you know where it is. So uh, here's the university center, and here's Drown Hall. It's at the back, uphill side of the university center. And this is the picture of the Drown Hall, and this is in front of the writing center, writing and math center. Okay, what do they offer? They offer a session, a help session from Monday to Tuesday, from Monday to Thursday, sorry, and they offer for math and for writing. They have 5 rooms available, which is 120B, 120C, and 120D, which actually you need to go into the room 110, and then you have the extension to 120B, 120C, and 120D. And they also have room number 6 and 17, which I don't know where it is, but they told me that it's in the basement of the Drown Hall. And this is a picture of someone tutoring. This is for math. It's on the day that I go to interview. I just ask them to take a picture so we can see how it looks. And the tutor is done by the grad students, Lehigh grad students, obviously. And this picture is the picture of the room, the 3 room, over here. So the maximum of tutor at a time is 5. Let's start with writing. For writing, they have approximately about 25 one-on-one sessions per week, and they do offer only one-on-one sessions because because it's about writing. So it's better to do one-on-one. It will not making any sense to go in 2 people at a time. And each session lasts about 30 minutes long. So when you go, they're gonna ask what do you want they to look at for you? So if you want they to look at your organization, they're gonna go through the paper and tell you how is it. If you want they to look at the grammar, then they're gonna focus on that thing. Because it's pretty hard to give feedback on everything. So you must tell them what do you want to know, what do you want to get from that session. And then moving on, we have for math. For math, we have around 50 sessions per week, which is a lot more than writing. And there is a maximum of 2 people per one session. So they're gonna group 2 people together, but 2 people should be enrolling in the same course. So they want help from the same material. So when they group it 2 people in the same material, it's not much different. So they can go together. But if they are session available, they're gonna try to make 1 person per session. And available course are basic math course. Math 00 is pre-calculus. Math 12 is basic statistics. Math 21, 22, and 23 is Cal 1, Cal 2, and Cal 3. Math 75 is one of the Cal course. Math 81 is for calculus for business application. And Math 205, which is the highest course that they provided the service. Math 205 is linear algebra and differential equations. And you probably know this book, they use a lot, Stewart calculus. And they also have a special thing. We call this an online writing lab. So you can just submit your essays to them, and they're gonna have someone read it and give you feedback. But this is recommended only for native English speakers, and you email that thing to incent@lehigh.edu. And they want you to put this thing down. This is gonna help for them. They're gonna know what they should look at your paper, and they say they have about 72-hour turnaround. So this means that when you submit it, they're gonna get it back to you in 72 hours. Yeah. And the athlete one is quite important for them because if you're a varsity athlete, you're gonna get priority to use the service first because your schedule is busy and they give the importance to the athlete. why should we go to this center? For math, it's obvious. So like, you probably know that average GPA at Lehigh for freshmen is around like 3.2, which is not that high. So it would be better to go to get some help to get a better grades. And math is like fundamental for like almost everything that you're going to go, like in engineering or science. Math is very important. So go there and you can get better grades, get better understanding of the stuff. So like when you study math, you should understand it, not remember the formula and just use it. That's not the way how mathematicians work. So that's why people usually have a problem in math. And for writing, it would be better to have like someone else view about your paper. You might think it's good already, but they might have something that if other people read, they're not gonna understand what you mean. So it's better to let them point out what's happening, and they can help you brainstorming ideas, like give you opinions about what your paper thinks, and they can help grammars because like we are all non-native speaker, and they probably have a uh, better abilities in grammar. For scheduling an appointment, you can do by two ways. First, call them at 610-758-3098. So you can take that number down if you really want to go to the center. It's actually very, very useful. Or you can just go to dial 10 and tell the clerk at the center. They're gonna write your name down. And if you want to go, you need to like do it early because like if you go to them this week, you will not be able to get the session because we have 4 o'clock and people usually like schedule like around 2 weeks away maybe. And also for writing, people used to have like writing assignments at the same time. So try to like get the scheduling earlier. The early the better, so you can get the spot for that thing. Okay, for Data Center, so the Center of Academic Success also offer the tutoring, which is actually like quite similar to what they did have in the Center of Writing and Math. And Center of Academic Success is on QC 4th floor, but this one they have like walk-in hours for writing. I think that's what they told me from Center of Math and Writing. So you can walk in there. Like if you cannot schedule, if you don't have the, if you cannot schedule like the appointment with the Center of Math and Writing, you can try to go there and see like if someone can be available to help. And there's also a thing called Math Help Center. It's actually located on the Christmas South Front basement, and it is operated by the professor. So they're going to be like someone sit there all the time, so you can just come and check. They have the schedule posted on the front of the center. So I think like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, like you have all day. But for Thursday and Friday, some afternoon session, like we're not going to be available. And I forgot to mention that Center for Academic Success, they use undergrad student for tutoring. So math and writing might be like a little bit better because they use like grad students, but you need to schedule. And here's the contact information that you might use, like email, phone. Like then, if you want to schedule an interview, do not email them. It's not gonna work. You need to call them because like they need to like jot down like some information, like who is your course instructor, what course are you want the help, and here are like some contact information. And I would like to give a brief history about the center. So the center actually used to be like the learning center, and they actually have, they call math, writing, and study skills. Yeah, and they like finally developed here. So I have a question. I asked them like why do they have 3 center offering like the similar help, and they say that they don't really know, and they never think about this, or like never think about this. No one asked this question. So yeah, so like they say that this 3 center like exists long time ago and it still exists. So no one knows why. But anyway, like you have a chance like to go to like use this supply that these services that the university have, and I bet if you go to Center of Math and Writing, you're gonna get a better grades and you're gonna have a better life at Lehigh. Thank you for listening, and I'm ready for questions.
From somebody who hasn't asked yet, first, who hasn't asked a question yet. Jacob, what question might you have for Pon?
Since I have the center, I'm in the center of success, academic success, and then which is related to writing and math. So I'd like to ask you, from what you learned, what is the relationship between these two?
So they offer like a similar help. So like they have like writing and math, but the differences is that for this center you need to schedule, but for your center I think they don't need to schedule. Like they have like a weekly tutoring and they also have a walk-in. So like the process is kind of different, but like
So
the
you
help
mean-
is the same, I think.
You mean in the writing center, there's no available seat for working hour?
Yeah, they don't have available seat for walk-ins. You need to schedule. And they use grad students.
Go ahead, Sam.
Okay, so you mentioned that we should not email them, but you put up emails there. So what?
Yeah, so like if you want to schedule an interview, schedule and like an appointment, don't email them. If you have like question in general, just email them.
For the online writing lab, why is it as an international student are not recommended to do that?
Because like they think that international student we're gonna get more benefit to have like one-on-one feedback with the native
But you can
speakers.
still do that, right?
You can, but they don't encourage you to. Yeah, they said that.
Interesting. Yoshi, what's your question?
How long was your interview?
It's actually 15 to 20 minutes.
Why did you ask that question?
I think he really gave a lot of information.
Or
He
maybe
did.
lesser than that.
Yeah, you packed a lot into a 15-minute interview. Good job. All right, let's thank Pon.
How long did I use?
You used 12 and a half minutes.